Okay, so this is a one way of solving. Okay, so this is probably one of the applications of Laplace transform. Uh, yung Laplace of the derivative. So this is one way of solving a differential equation. Okay, so one way of solving differential equation. So, the Laplace transform of derivatives, ayan. So, meron naman tayong nakasulat dito. Class, nababasa niyo ba? Ano maliit? Palaki. So, this is the Laplace transformation of derivatives. So, if we have y prime, so the Laplace, the Laplace transform of y prime or this derivative is equal to s of capital Y of s minus y of 0. So, y of 0. Ayan. Okay? And then, yung Laplace transform ng double derivative or y double prime is equal to s squared y of s minus s of y when x is 0 minus y prime when x is 0. When x is 0. Kung triple prime naman, so ito yung susundan natin. Yung Laplace transform ng triple prime is equal to s cubed y of s minus s squared times y when x is 0 minus s times y prime when x is 0 minus y double prime when x is 0. Okay, so ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga y sub 0 na to? Ito yung mga conditions natin. So kung nakikita yung example natin dito sa paper ko, so di ba yung condition niya, when x is 0, y is 0. So yung magiging value, let's say, ng y, when x is 0, what's the value of y? It is equal to 0. So based on this example. So pero halimbawa, dito 0, 1 siya. Susulat natin siya dito 1. 1. Okay, so sa bawat derivative natin, yun lang yung gagawin natin. Isa-substitute natin yung mga y prime, y double prime, at saka y triple prime ng ganitong value. Ayan, so yung ganyang value. So what if y lang naman siya? So hindi siya y sub s. Tama ba? What if y lang yung nakasulat, hindi siya y of s? So ano ang gagawin? Okay, so ang gagawin naman doon ay pag y lang siya, yung y gagawin nating y of s. So yung y, gagawin lang natin siyang y of s. Okay? Pero pag derivative sila, ito yung gagawin natin. Ayan. So let's have this example. Ayan. Okay? So that means we can solve differential equations kung particular agad yung makukuha natin. So hindi general solution yung makukuha natin. Kasi hindi natin pwedeng makuha yung general dahil kailangan natin yung condition kung gagamitin natin ang method na to. Dahil sa method pa lang, naka-indicate na yung mga conditions. So, di ba mga conditions ito? Ayan. So, mga conditions. Yan. What if walang condition yung differential equation natin? So, hindi natin pwedeng isolve yung solution niya using this method. Kasi, ang method na to, sinusolve na niya ay yung particular solution. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so let's have this example. Hindi ko muna tatanggalin yung transformation natin. Ayan. Pero kung titignan yung mga transformation natin, pag y prime siya, sa s ka lang maumpisa. Okay? And then pag double prime siya, s squared. Kaya lang tignan niyo yung value ng s. So, yung s, pababa siya ng pababa. So, s squared muna, and then s, then, di ba s is s raised to 1. So, yung s dito, nawala kasi s raised to 0 yon. And s raised to 0 is 1. Kaya nawala na yung s. In terms naman ng y prime, yung mga y naman, so yung una ay wala siya kung hindi value ng s. Yung susunod is y when x is 0, and then susunod is y prime when x is 0. At hindi puro positive yan, ha? Pare-pareho yung negative. Okay? And then kung triple prime naman, so syempre kung 3 yan, mag-s cube ka. And then yung susunod na term is Y is S squared, then S, and then yung walang S. And then yung mga derivatives niya, pataas naman. So yung power ng S is pababa, yung derivatives naman ay pataas. So kung gusto niyo lang silang i-memorize ng mas madali. So ganun yung gagawin. Okay? So let's have this example. Ayan. Let's take this example. So we want to solve the solution of this differential equation using Laplace transform of derivative. Okay, so yung y natin, ang transformation niya ay y of s. Okay? And ano ang Laplace transform ng y prime? Okay, titignan natin ang y prime dyan ay is equal to s y of s minus y of 0. Ayan. So, s, y of s, minus y of 0. But what is y of 0? So, based dito, ang condition natin that y of 0 is, when x is 0, y is equal to 0. So, therefore, this is equal to 0. Ayan. Ang gagawin natin yan, isa-substitute lang natin siya. So, ito niyan ay magiging s times y of s plus y of s is equal to e. Okay, so ano ang Laplace ano ang Laplace transform ng e raised to 2t? Yan. Ano yung Laplace transform ng e raised to 2t? Okay, based on sa table natin, yon ay 1 over ano kasi? Ano ang Laplace transform ng e raised to 2t? One over, tama ba ako? 1 over s minus n. Ayan. Okay, tama ba? Naalala niyo ba? 1 over s minus n. Okay, so that will be 1 over s minus 2. Okay? So, tatago ko na. I-ano ko na muna to. I-hide ko na. Stop sharing. Ayan. So, that means, i-factor out lang natin ngayon. Simplify lang natin. So, i-factor out lang natin yung y of s. So, that's times ito. So, s plus 1 is equal to 1 over s minus 2. And then, kunin natin yung y of s. So, divide lang natin ng buo ng s plus 1. So, therefore, y of s is equal to 1 over s minus 2 times s plus 1. Okay? So, next. Ano next na gagawin natin? So, next na gagawin natin is i-inverse Laplace natin siya. Ayan. So, kailangan natin siyang i-inverse Laplace. Kaya siya under sa lesson na to kasi nga, ayan. So, i-inverse Laplace natin siya. Okay, paano natin to i-inverse Laplace? Okay, so i-partial fraction decomposition muna natin siya. So 1 over s minus 2 times s plus 1 is equal to, so linear silang pareho, s minus 2 plus b over s plus 1. And then we add them again. So that's a over s minus, sorry. I-add ko pala sila. So yung LCD natin is the same. Cancel natin yun mamaya. So ito divided by yon times a. So a times s plus 1 plus b times s minus 2. So cancel natin sa baba. So mag-substitution na lang tayo if s is equal to negative 1. So this is 1. This is equal to, so this is 0. So we'll have b times negative 3. So therefore, d is equal to negative 1/3. Tama ba? If s is negative 1, so this is 0. So this is negative 1 minus 2. So that's negative 3. So, yeah. Next. So if s is equal to 2, so I'll have 1 is equal to a times 3 plus 0. Kasi mag-0 to, so ito 3. So a is equal to 1/3. A is equal to 1/3. May klase, sasaksak ko na lang dito yung sagot ko. No? Teka, hindi makapal. Ayan. So therefore, what is our y of s? So y of s is okay, 1/3. Okay, 1/3 of s minus 2 minus 1/3 of s plus 1. Ayan. So, di ba yun is, so magiging y siya pag in-inverse Laplace natin. Ayan, pag in-inverse Laplace natin, okay, pag in-inverse Laplace natin, magiging y siya. So, that will be equal to, okay, 1/3 e raised to 2t minus 1/3 e raised to negative t. So, this is our final answer. So, yan yung ating final answer. Okay, so what if gusto natin i-check yung sagot natin kung tama? Okay, ano ko siya. So, bibilisan ko lang yung solution niya. Okay. So, gagamit ako ng undetermined coefficient. So, or, check lang natin. And so, we'll see sino mas mabilis. So, this is m plus 1 is equal to 0. So, m is equal to negative 1. So, yung y sub c natin ay c1 e raised to negative t. Ayan. So, paano naman yung ating y sub p? So, ang y sub p natin ay equal siya sa e raised to 2t. Ito pala yung g of x natin. So, ang y sub p natin ay equal siya sa a e raised to 2t. So, kailangan lang natin ay first derivative. So, y sub p prime is equal to a times e raised to 2t times 2. So, substitute natin siya doon. So, 2ae raised to 2t plus, ano yung y natin? Ito. So, a e raised to 2t is equal to e raised to 2t. Okay. So, magko-coefficient na natin. Coefficient of e raised to 2t. So, we'll have 3a is equal to 1. So, a is equal to 1/3. So, therefore, this general solution is c1 e raised to negative t plus 1/3 e raised to 2t. Okay? Kaya lang, i-apply natin yon. So, when x is 0, y is equal to 0. So, this is 0 is equal to, so e raised to c1 plus 1/3. So, c1 is equal to negative 1/3. So, therefore, y is equal to negative 1/3 e raised to negative t plus 1/3 e raised to 2t. So, which is this? Which is this one? Okay? So, we can using this inverse Laplace transform, we can find the particular solution of a differential equation, provided that we are given the conditions. Okay? So, hindi. Chinak lang natin. So, syempre, method lang natin is this one. Okay? May tanong ka? Yeah. So let's proceed to our next example. Ayan. Okay? So yun yung ating next example. So what is the particular solution of y double prime minus 2y prime plus 2y is equal to e raised to 3t? So given the conditions that when x is 0, y is 0, and y prime is also 0. Ayan. So ano ang Laplace transform ng y double prime? So double prime na mauna tayo. So double prime is s squared y of s minus s y times when x is 0 minus y prime when x is 0. Ayan. So tama ba ako? So let me share to you again the derivatives natin. Ayan, nandun ako sa pangalawa, yung y double prime. Okay. Ayan. Okay? Okay, next. How about y, the Laplace transform of y prime? So y prime is s of y of s minus y when x is 0. So y when x is 0. Ayun lang. Okay? So so based dito ang value ng y sub 0 is 0. So this is 0. This is also 0. And this is also 0. So therefore, we will substitute it. So s squared of y of s minus 3 times s y of s plus 2 of y of s. So that's equal to, and then the Laplace transform of e raised to 3t. Ayan. So that's equal to 1 over s minus 3. And factor out natin yung y of s. So y of s times the quantity s squared minus 3s plus 2 is equal to 1 over s minus 3. And then y of s natin ay equal siya sa 1 over s minus 3 times s squared minus 3s plus 2. Ayan. So, i-divide natin yung cross-multiply natin ito. Okay, makikituan natin yung y of s. Again. Okay? Ngayon, i-partial fraction decomposition natin. So, ang question ay, okay, factorable pa ba yung trinomial na to? Yung quadratic term. Okay, factorable, no? So, this is the same as 1 over s minus 3 times s minus 2, s minus 1. Okay, so parang ito ay pwede natin siyang i-factor ng s minus 2 and s minus 1. So, if you're not sure, you need to add them again. Tama? Tama ba? Okay? Wala akong problema ba? Wala ba akong napansing mali? Ayan. So, para i-inverse Laplace natin, so i-partial fraction decomposition muna natin yon. S minus 3, S minus 2, S minus 1. So that's equal to, pare-pareho silang linear. So S minus 3 plus D over S minus 2 plus C over S minus 1. So 1 all over S minus 3, S minus 2, S minus 1. So that's equal to, okay, so yung LCD is still the same as that one. And ito divided by yon. So 8 times S minus 2, S minus 1. Plus B times S minus 3, S minus 1. Plus C times S minus 3, S minus 2. Ayan. Okay, mag-by, okay, Lawrence. May question? May mali ba ako? Ah, okay. Okay. Ay, ulitin ko ba? Ayan. So after we found our y of s, so we need to transform. Okay, after we find the y of s, so we need to transform this or inverse Laplace transform this. So in order to do that, we need to decompose the fraction. Kaya magpa-partial fraction decomposition tayo. So chinek ko yung ating isang factor na denominator. At factorable naman siya ng s minus 2 tsaka s minus 1. So, pinactor out ko siya. That's why I arrived with this fraction. So, since meron tayong tatlong factor dito sa denominator, so we can proceed with the partial fraction decomposition. Ayan. And yung tatlo ay pare-pareho silang case 1, linear, non-repeated. So, that's why I only have A, B, and C for each of the linear factor. Okay, so di ba next step niyan is i-add nyo sila ulit. So find the LCD. So the LCD should be the same as the LCD of the original kasi nga ika-cancel natin yan. Tapos itong LCD na to, divide natin siya dito. So matitira is yung minus 2 na lang at saka minus 1. So we'll have A, S minus 2, and S minus 1. Plus, itong denominator, divide nyo nito and then times yun ng B. So plus B, S minus 3, S minus 1. And then again, so dito naman sa S minus 1, so times C. So C, S minus 3, and S minus 2. Okay, now to find A, B, and C, kayo nang bahala nung method yung gagamitin ninyo. Pero pag mga linear kasi, yung substitution ay mas okay. So if S is equal to 3, siyempre may makakancel dyan. So on the left side, you'll have 1. So ito ay ito ay masi-0, ito din masi-0. So matitry A. So A times, ayan. So 3 minus 2, that's 1. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So therefore, A is equal to 1/2. Okay? Now let's go to B. Okay, pag B naman, okay, so if S is equal to is equal to 2. So 1 pa rin dito. So that's equal to, kung 2 yan, so 2 minus 2 is 0. So A will be 0. And then yung C natin mag-0. So this is B times, so 2 minus 3. So that's negative 1. And then 2 minus 1. So that's positive 1. So B is equal to negative 1. Okay, next, if S is equal to 1, positive 1, so left side still 1. So ito naman magsi-0 because 1 minus 1 is 0. So then, so matitira ay C. C times negative 2 and negative 1. So C is equal to positive 1 over 6. And negative 2 times negative 3, that's positive 6. So divided from 1, so we'll have C is equal to 1 over 6. Ayan. So therefore, yung y of s natin ay equal siya sa 1/2 over s minus 3 minus 1 over s minus 2 plus 1 over 6 over s minus 1. I'll get the inverse Laplace transform. So therefore, y is equal to 1/2 inverse Laplace transform. That's e raised to 3t minus e raised to 2t plus 1 over 6 e raised to negative t. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, my question. Um, ay, akala ko 3 yun. 1 pala yun, no? 1. Oh, ay, sorry. This should be 1. Akala ko 3. So, this should only be 1 half. Buti na lang dyan ka. So, this is 1 half. Okay, so 1 half lang. Dito na lang ako sa sulat ko. So, negative 1 lang pala yan. Okay? So, it's only 1 half. Tama ba ako, Erwin? Okay. Feeling ko 3 yung sinulat ko. Okay, so that's 1 half. Ayan. Okay? Meron pa bang ibang question or concern? So, let's have another one. Naghanap ako ng tatlo. Wala akong makita. Parang ayaw yata ng book ng tatlo. Wala siyang example ng tatlo. Ayan. Positive T. May mali ba? Ulit. Okay. So, it should be positive T, no? Ayan, positive T. Tama. Ayan. Yes. Pero pala silang positive. Ayan. Okay. Sige, salamat. So, let's proceed to our next example. Ayan. Okay. So, ano ang ating the Laplace transform of y double prime? Okay, so that is s squared y of s minus s y when x is 0 minus y prime when x is 0. Ayan. So, anong value ng ano natin? So, this is 2 and this is 3. So, therefore, ito ay s squared y of s minus 2s minus 3. 2s minus 3. Okay, next. Laplace transform of y prime. So that's equal to s y of s minus y when x is 0. Okay, so what is y when x is 0? It's 2. So therefore, that is s of y of s minus 2. Okay, so let us substitute the 2 to the given equation. So we'll have s squared y of s minus 2s minus 3. Yeah. Okay, plus yung y prime natin, that's s y of s minus 2. And then minus 2 of y of s. Okay, and what's the Laplace transform of 4? So that's 4 over s. So that's the Laplace transform of a constant. Ayan. Okay, so ang gagawin natin susunod ay itiran natin sa left side yung lahat ng merong y sub s, and then yung wala, i-transpose natin sa kabila. So magiging y of s times s squared, okay, plus s, okay, minus 2 plus s minus 2. Okay, so that's equal to 4 over s. Tapos i-transpose natin ito. So plus 2s and then plus 5. Tama ba ako? Okay, so yung 2s i-transpose natin at saka yung 5. That's negative 3 minus 2. That's negative 5. I-transpose natin magiging positive 5. Okay? So, bago natin i-divide yung buong yung buong equation ng s squared plus 2s minus 2, i-add muna natin itong tatlo dito sa left side. Okay? So, that's equal to, LCD niya ay s. So, meron tayong 4 plus 2s squared plus 5s. Ayan. Okay, so that's equal to y of s squared plus s minus 2. Saka natin i-divide yung buong equation ng s squared plus s minus 2. So therefore, y of s is 2s squared plus 5s plus 4 all over s times s squared plus s minus 2. Okay? At saka natin i-partial fraction decomposition. So may question? Wala. Okay, is this in factorable? Yung sa bababa nito, yung ito lang, factorable ba yan? So, pwede ba yung S? So, meron akong negative or positive 2, negative 1. Tama ba? So, if I multiply that, so I'll have 2S minus S. So, magiging siyang S. Ayan. Okay? So, yung Y of S natin, pwede siyang isulat na 2S squared plus 5S plus 4 all over S times S plus 2 and S minus 1. Ayan. So, saka natin siya i-partial fraction decomposition. So, magiging 2s squared plus 5s plus 4 all over s times s plus 2 times s minus 1. So, that's equal to, so linear sila ulit. So, a over s plus b over s plus 2 plus c over s minus 1. Ayan. So, and then, i-add natin sila ulit. So, 2s squared plus 5s plus 4 all over s times s plus 2 and s minus 1. So, that's equal to all over s times s plus 2, s minus 1. So, divided by yon. So, a times s plus 2, s minus 1 plus bs times s minus 1 plus cs, s plus 2. And then we cancel the denominator. Okay, add natin ulit and then i-cancel natin denominator. So, ito ay mas madali lang din siya using by substitution kasi puro naman din siyang linear ulit. So, unahin na natin. So, if s is 0. So, if s is 0, substitute 0 to all of the s's. So, meron tayong 0, 0. So, we'll have 4 on the left side. So, that's equal to, ito magsi-0, ito rin magsi-0. So, we'll have a times a 2 times negative 1. So, a is equal to negative 2. Ayan, because 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2. 4 divided by that, so that's negative 2. Okay, next, if s is equal to 1, so 1, 1. So ito ay magiging 7 plus, 2 plus 5, that's 7 plus 4, that's 11. So that's equal to 1. 0. Bigla ako Okay, 11 is equal to, kung 1 yan, so that's 0. 0, so natira ay S, C. So C times 3. So C is 11 over 3. Sorry, nakakalito na ba sulat ko? Ito S. S. Oo nga, no? If S is 5, S if S is 0, if S is 5. Ayan, okay na ba? Magpagpatuloy na natin. So, if S is equal to negative 2. So, kung negative 2 yan, okay, so, substitute natin siya doon, magiging 2. Because that's 10 plus 4, that's 14. So, S squared is 4 times 2. Okay, wait. So, S raised to times negative 2, that's negative 10 plus 4. So, that is negative 6. Tapos ito, 2 times negative 2 squared, that's 8. So, minus 6. So, that's positive 2. That's equal to, kakancel ito, makakancel din. So, matitira ay B times negative 2 times negative 3. Tama ba? So, B is equal to 1/3. Ayan. Okay, so therefore, ang y of s natin ay equal siya sa negative 2 over s plus 1/3 over s plus 2 plus 11 over 3 over s minus 1. Ayan. Okay, tama ba? May question ba kayo? Okay, now let's have the inverse Laplace transform. So therefore, y is equal to, so this is a constant, yeah, plus 1/3 times e raised to negative 2t, okay, that's s minus n, plus 11 over 3 e raised to t. Yeah. Okay? So that's our final answer. Pwede naman natin siyang i-rewrite na para mag-positive lang yung sa ano. Okay, 1/3 e raised to negative 2t plus 11 over 3 e raised to t minus 2. Ayan. Okay, so that's our final answer. Ayan. So find the Laplace, find the particular solution of this given differential equation. Okay. Ayan. So what's the particular solution of this differential equation using inverse Laplace transform? Ayan. So what is the Laplace transform of y double prime? So we'll have s squared y of s, okay, minus s of y of 0 minus y of prime when x is 0. Okay. So yung when x is 0, y of 0 is y is equal to 0. So therefore this term will be 0. So I only have s squared y of s minus ano ang value nito? So value nito ay 4. Okay, next, the Laplace transform of y prime. So that's s times y of s minus y of 0. Okay, so ito ay 0 din. So therefore, ito lang ay y of s of ys. Ayan. Okay. So let's substitute them. So we'll have s squared of y of s minus 4 minus 2 times s of y of s. Tama ba ako? Yan. So wala. So that's equal to, so 4 is negative 4 over s. Okay, factor out natin yung y of s. So that's equal to s squared minus 2s. Okay, so that's equal to negative 4 over s. So transpose natin yung 4, magiging positive 4. So i-add muna natin to. So magiging siyang s times sa negative 4 plus 4s. Okay, saka natin siya i-divide ng s squared minus 2s. Okay, so therefore, our y of s is equal to 4s minus 4 all over s times s squared minus 2s. Or, so that's equal to 4s minus 4, all, factor out natin yung s. So s squared times s minus 2. Ayan. Pinactor out ko yung s squared, s I mean. Okay, so, okay, paano natin isusulat yan? So, ang partial fraction decomposition natin ay equal siya sa case number 2 ito because this is linear repeated plus isang linear. So, c over s minus 2. Okay, and then i-add natin sila ulit. So, 4s minus 4 over s squared times s minus 2 is equal to s squared times s minus 2. Ito divided by ito. So that's just s minus 2 times a. So a times s minus 2 plus divided by that one. So bs times s minus 2 plus c times s squared. S squared lang pala. Okay. So we cancel the numerator and now let's find the values of ABC. So magsimula na tayo. So if x is equal to if s is equal to 0, so left side will be negative 4. So that's equal to 0, 0. So I'll have negative 2a. So a is equal to 2. Now if s is equal to 2, so it's 8 minus 4, so that's positive 4. That's equal to, so this is 0. So ito yung magsi-0. So I'll have c times 2 squared. So c is equal to 1. Ngayon, paano natin kukunin ang b? Ayan, magko-coefficient na lang ako. So coefficient of s squared. So left side walang s squared, so that's 0. Dito wala rin yung a. So ito ay meron tayong b and then plus c. So b is equal to negative 1. So that means yung y of s natin ay equal siya sa 2 over s squared plus minus 1 over s plus 1 over s minus 2. So therefore, ang y natin ay, okay, so ano yung inverse Laplace nito? Ano inverse Laplace ng yan? So kung s squared yan, so nasa t tayo. So dapat ito ay, di ba ang t ay equal siya sa n factorial over s raised to n plus 1. Ayan. So ano yung n plus 1 natin based dito? So yung n plus 1 natin ay 2. So therefore, n is equal to 1. Tama ba? N is equal to 1. So ibig sabihin, 1 factorial over s1 plus 1. So 1 factorial is equal to 1. So mag-retain yung 2. So I'll have 2t. T raised to 1. Okay, tama ba? Okay, minus 1 plus e raised to 2t. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, so any question? Online questions. So that's it for today.